Good. Come on. Come on. Yeah, come on. Fight. I'm with you. Come on, I'm with you.
I'm just landed in Mexico, so I just got off the plane. I'm gonna go through some immigration. I think I left the yoga mat in Houston. You know, in these 10 a.m. on a Tuesday episodes, I can't even explain to you how many yoga mats I've lost in transit. Anyone watching, like, do you count how many this is at this point? I always, like, have the good intention of traveling with them, and then I leave them on the plane. Our new friends. Yeah. What's up, Fernando?
After landing in Monterrey, our first stop was the grocery store to stock up for the next weeks.
So we've got our avocado expert over here.
Yeah. So I just learned a cool fact about avocados.
Yeah, so if you want your avocados to ripen faster, you can just wrap them on newspaper and they'll ripen like twice as fast.
Wow.
Did you know that? Things you learn. We kind of stocked up a little bit. We made it to our cabin. We're living like queens, Fernanda. Look at all this groceries.
At the beginning of the trip, we met Ulrich, one of the main developers in the region.
My name is Ulrich Russo. I'm 41 years old. I'm from Montreal, Canada originally. And for the past 10 years, I've been developing here in El Salto. The canyon starts here in El Salto in Cienega de Gonzales and it goes for 50 kilometers back down as a national park to Monterrey. So there's 50 kilometers of walls here.
Walking up to Las Animas.
Yeah.
First impressions? This looks amazing.
Stoked.
We're like bugging out over all these potentials, whether we should sport climb, do a big wall, do it all.
Thought it was a sport climbing trip, but you never know.
Then you're presented with a multi-pitch and you're like, oh hell yeah. This wall looks amazing. It's hot, for sure. Woke up this morning, made some breakfast, drank some coffee.
Lots of coffee.
It's about noon, middle of the day, full sunlight, good time to climb.
Psych. Our psych just got real high.
Psych is high. It's always high.
Always high.
If you're an international traveler and you've been around the globe, if you've been to Calimnos, you've been to El Choro, you've been to Suriana, I think this is the next stop.
Our first days, we went sport climbing. We did a bunch of onsights and got more accustomed to the area. We also each chose mini projects to do. This sport climb is called Maquina Estricta, a 513D, which I put together and sent after a few tries.
Yes, gosh, so good. Yeah, girl. Come on.
Take.
Yeah. Solid. Nice. Yeah, good. Squash. Awesome.
While it was originally going to be a sport climbing trip, this big blank limestone wall caught our eye.
We are just at the base of the wall. We go up this.
We found out it was called Samadhi, and Alex Honnold and Chris Weidner did the first ascent of it. So we scrambled together some borrowed gear and helmets We left the ground around 8:30 a.m. The climb was 13 pitches, and I was setting the static line for our videographer, Taylor, so we were slower than I anticipated.
We are 6 pitches in.
I busted my
13
ankle a little
pitches. This is Molly's battle wound so far.
from breaking off the hold. It's a little
Oh,
choppy, but we're dealing.
Samadhi was developed by, I might forget some names, but obviously Jimmy Cars, Dieguito was there, Gutierrez, and Alejandro, or AKA Robin, did most of the work on that route. The guys that were bolting these routes needed a little more energy and a little more help. So they decided to give him a big bag of cocaine, and apparently they jugged up to the 6th or 7th pitch and pushed, 4 or 5 pitches in overnight through the next day. Just completely bonked it out on China White. That's the story. I hope. Stay in school. Don't do that.
We ran out of light, and I completed the last pitch via headlamp. After sending, we rappelled down through the route. We took a rest day, and a popular thing to do in this region is to drive around ATVs in the canyon. Molly, Fernanda, Ava, and Andre and I decided to go on a little adventure.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
All right. What happened, Squash?
We kind of got stuck in a ditch.
Yeah.
Might have been driving. We just wanted to have an ATV adventure.
Oh my God.
Just really
Won't laugh.
Hey, look at that green.
The next night, we learned how to make Fernanda's famous Mexican pizza. Ingredients for a Mexican pizza: pizza dough, some red salsa, then some vegetables.
So, oh my God. First
Some
make
queso.
careful. Tomatoes.
You're like,
Peppers.
Peppers, yeah.
Onions, of course, and
Beans.
beans.
Jinx. But, ready guys? Voila!